Welcome back to BVarsity Live. Our third segment here. We did mention winter sports are just about over in the central section, but not quite. In fact, speaking of the whole section, the Emmanuel boys basketball team and the Clovis West girls basketball team still playing.
Yes, they are.
They've got some state semifinals coming up, regional
it's
finals.
D4 in the SoCal finals on Saturday for Emmanuel, and then obviously Clovis West in the Open, which is still really incredible when you think about the central section has never had a team play in either the Open, which is now in its sixth year of existence, or Division I.
No. Remember, you were saying that earlier, and you were corrected on it. Clovis West.
Since Clovis West and boys. So only 2 Clovis West boys have ever gone.
Okay.
Other than that, nobody on the girls' side.
Yeah.
No girls' team has ever played in the Division I state championship or the Open state championship.
Out of the central section.
Out of the central section.
Looks like it's going to change.
So it's one of those generational teams over Clovis West, which is really incredible.
But in Kern County, things have pretty much wrapped up, except for a couple of notable exceptions. A couple of All-Star games coming up. They're going to be a lot of fun, and we've got a couple of guys here to talk about those. Coming up Saturday night, and I got a jersey. Here's the Kern County Cream of the Crop SenCal Swoosh All-Star Game. Oops, I didn't hold that up very well.
So it is cream.
There we go.
Spelled correctly. Got it.
Yeah. Joey just can't spell. That's all that is.
Oh, we love Joey.
That's all that is. And that's coming up Saturday night. What do we go? Girls game at 5 o'clock. Is that right, guys?
5:30.
5:30, and the boys are at 7:30.
So Jeff Evans, who I got to take that day off, so Jeff Evans is going to be covering for him. I mean, he's been BC Gym for I don't know how long. His biggest question was, how do you get the girls game done in an hour and a half?
Well, yeah, you know. Anyway, the thing that sticks out to me as we're looking at these rosters, and this, Dom, I'm assuming this was intentional that you guys put Jordan Roberts and Justin McCall on different teams and kind of let them each lead their team.
Oh, definitely. We want to see those matchups that we never got to see. And that's what I like about this. That we got to see. We're getting to see a couple of those matchups that you would just never get to see unless you were in an open gym scenario and they're both captains. Other than that, a lot of these we're trying to split guys up, and it should be fun.
Well, Benny, let's get into it first, exactly how this all came to be, because it's the first time you guys ever done this. Obviously, we've always had the Kern High School District All-Star Game, which is going to be played on Wednesday as well, a lot of the same players that you guys have. But here you are on a Saturday night at BC. Explain to all of us how you and Joey got this thing all together and are putting this out on the forefront.
Well, I've known Joey for many years now. And
Sorry.
He's a good guy. And he approached me. About 5 years ago, we started the North versus South Senior All-Star Game, and we included players from Tehachapi South all the way to Fresno, Madera. And that was very successful. I think the official number was over 2,240 in attendance. And so I had moved away for a few years at the Central Coast and came back, and Joey had approached me about doing a senior all-star game for just Kern County, right, 2 weeks before we do the North versus South on April 1st. And so, I said, hey, that's a great idea. Tulare County, every maybe 5 or 7 years, somebody does a game. It's very inconsistent. The other one I know of is the Kern County District game, and then the city county in the summer with Fresno. So he said, hey, let's do it. I said, hey, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. 4 quarters, full high school varsity game, 3-man crew, and a pretty good stadium. So I think we're expecting a great crowd. It's good to see all those players here in Kern County, especially the ones who have, especially playing on the same team together, who have been foes for the last 4 years. So we're pretty excited, and that's pretty much how it came about.
Yeah, in fact, the Kern High School District All-Star Game, we should mention, is Wednesday night.
I did.
At Frontier?
Centennial.
At Centennial. And Justin and Jordan are on the same team facing an Alec Czech, Anais Madrano-led team. So it's different matchups, which is kind of cool that you get to see them play against each other on one team, and then to take on the rest of the county's best on the same team one last time as well. So let's hone in on the girls' game for a minute, too. Obviously, Independence just a spectacular season. Jasmine Dixon, a spectacular career. But Cameron Taylor, Bakersfield Christian on the other side, you can't sleep on her either.
No, yeah, they've been definitely putting in some work this season, and it's just exciting. These matchups that we're getting to see again are very exciting, and it's going to be in front of coaches, and we got some JC coaches and some other college coaches that are going to be there, and that are going to be they're going to get to play in front of additional coaches. So I mean, the atmosphere playing at a college, they should definitely. It's going to be more of a serious game. Not to say that the Kern County one isn't. or the district one isn't, but this one is going to be a lot more serious, especially on the boys' side.
More of a showcase than anything to allow us.
Exactly.
Because, I mean,
Correct.
when you look at it, I mean, Jasmine's going to Cal State Bakersfield. Justin's going to Cal State Bakersfield. Jordan Roberts is going to Long Beach State. And that's it.
Austin's
going back
to
east to
Greenville,
Illinois, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got 4 players that are playing in these things that are committed. But there are other basketball players that need to move on. Anais Medrano is definitely a player that's still growing into himself, that can shoot well. He's gotten stronger on the girls' side. I apologize. Dana DeGraffenreid from Ridgeview is going to Sac State. If I failed to remember that, that'd be on me. But even Alec Check still unsigned, much like Malcolm Johnson was last year before he got signed by Cal State Dominguez, and then even Elijah Hill late to FPU. So when you look at it, I mean, are you hoping, Benny, Dom, are you guys hoping that somebody will catch on and take on one of these kids and maybe make this whole thing worthwhile when you really look at it? They're going to get college paid for?
Definitely. That's kind of the plan, is that we want them, the boys' side, I especially speak for the boys' side, it's going to be more serious. I'm going to be pushing those guys, hey, you're going to be in front of these coaches, the Fresno Cities, the Portervilles, the BC coaches, all these other coaches that are going to be in attendance. Take it a little bit more serious and show, your full arsenal of moves and everything like that. And another thing that I'm excited about for this game, and I've been thinking about it for a while, is all the former and current BHS players that are on that whole roster. Think about it. Jeremiah Foster was at BHS. Jeremiah Dickerson, Austin Contreras, Xavier. We got just a great amount of those BHS teams that I was thinking.
For whatever reason that they're still there or not there, obviously
they all know each other. They've known each other for a long time.
Let's go over the boys' rosters real quick. On the silver team, Justin McCall from Ridgeview, Xavier Esquivel, BHS, Alec Check, Centennial, Elijah Cardenas, Independence, Austin Contreras from West, Grant Johnson from Stockdale, Dustin Henderson from Independence, Blaya Escalante, great shooter from Chavez, Jeremiah Foster, BCHS, David Wheeler out of Tehachapi, another great shooter. Holy cow, he's like a younger Johnny Saavedra when you think about it. Armando Martinez out of Delano and Michael Garnett out of Garces. On the gold team, Anais Medrano, Liberty, Jordan Roberts, Ridgeview, Jeremiah Dickerson, BHS, Emmanuel Mixon from South. Love that player, and I think that guy's got a lot of upside. Shannon Wafer will shoot it from anywhere from North. Juan Hernandez from Miramonte, Tyus Wilson, your boy from Foothill, Kyle Hunt from Centennial, Samir Gill, Liberty, Tyus Knight, Kennedy, Kevin Larson. Big Kevin's going to step away from the diamond for a couple games, and then Terry Phillips out of West. I want him to wear those big frame glasses while he's playing one time.
Exactly what I told him.
When you look at those guys, and this is what's been so much fun about this year is, 2 years ago, 3 seasons ago, we did the story of the sophomore sensations.
Yes.
And it's so incredible. We talked about this about a month and a half ago, about here are all these guys that have potential. And we didn't put Kevin on that team. We didn't put Elijah. We didn't put Xavier on those teams, and we should have. I did a starting 5 at that time, and it was Anais, Austin, Jordan, Justin, and Alec.
Yeah.
And we brought them into the studio. We talked about how they've all gotten to this point and what they all figure to be. And it's really hard for kids to continue to mature and stay at a level and progress. And it's been really impressive to see these seniors go from sophomore sensations to senior leaders, and it's really incredible.
Oh yeah, to reach that potential that we all thought that they had and knew that they had. It's going to be exciting. It is. Yep. Especially some of those other kids out on the outskirt schools, like the kid from CC and Juan Hernandez from Miramonte. I don't know how much you guys know about him. They call him Paco. The kid can flat out ball. I'm excited to see him and Austin match up. He could flat out ball.
And that's the other thing is some of these guys don't get the opportunity to play against a high level.
Yes.
Their high schools don't travel to a lot of tournaments. They're playing in a league where you're not going to run into a Ridgeview or a BHS. I mean, so it's an opportunity for those kids as well. Now, Benny, is there anything you said you wanted it to be more serious game, so obviously there's not going to be a 4-point line or anything of that nature, or 3 points for a dunk. What about a dunk contest, anything of that sort of thing outside of the actual games?
That's still in the works. We're looking at trying to get the boys dunk contest right before the start of the game. As far as the rules are all regular high school regulation rules.
There you go, right there, guys. So there's your
correct.
Yeah, right on the screen, so it's got everything there. So,
and then as far as the 3-man crew, No extra points. The only difference for some of these shooters will be the college 3-point line.
Okay.
Stepping back a foot.
Got to show the range.
Got to get used to it. Yep,
Yeah,
that's for
it.
sure.
Who is the live game announcer?
That is a question for Joey.
I would hope Joey would do it.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully,
the
Joe will
Hoops
do a good
Whisperer
job.
is not going to be whispering that night.
Let's give
Let's
give
go over the girls list
girls
real
rosters
quick. Yeah,
a shout out here.
Silver team: Ashlyn Quinn from Frontier, Jasmine Rodriguez from Foothill, Cantu from Ridgeview, Jasmine Dixon Independence, Riley Tarver, I apologize, from Arvin, Brianna Mendez from Arvin, Tori Dunn from Golden Valley, Jordan Brumfield also from Golden Valley, Samantha Vigil from Centennial, Sarah Montez from Liberty, Larissa Russell out of South, and Jasmine Guerrero out of Kennedy. On the gold team, Cameron Taylor. She finished the season with 7 consecutive 20-plus point games for Bakersfield Christian. That's
And a
pretty
couple of those
impressive.
were 30-plus. I mean,
Yeah, they were.
big,
Goodness.
big score.
Janae Heron from Highland, very underrated player in my mind. Dana DeGraffenrein from Ridgeview. Aubrey Stone from Ridgeview. Jade Urande, correct? Is that
Urande.
Urande from East. Katie Sidney from Arvin. So Arvin's got 3 players playing in this. Shows you a lot why they had so much success this year for Mario. Diana Garcia out of Kennedy, Jasmine Miles out of Taft, Natividad Silva from McFarland, another out of town player that will get a little bit more looks tomorrow. Saturday night? Yes. Courtney Smith out of Frontier, Amaya Johnson out of South, and Alicia Wilson out of West.
How about so the girls game at 5:30, boys to follow at 7:30.
Who's coaching the girls? Do we know
That's
yet?
a good question. I do not
That's
know
another
yet.
Joey
I know the
question.
guys. That's
Okay.
a
How about-
Joey question.
How about tickets, guys? How do people get in? How much does it cost to get in?
The ticket sales, they'll be sold at the door. It's $7 for adults, and it'll be $4 for everyone else, children.
So, and that's for both games.
Correct. That
Very
gets
good
you to both
value
games.
if you do like some good basketball, and it sounds like it'll be a pretty good show both ways there for both the girls game and the boys game.
Yeah,
So.
I like it. And it's neat that you guys have been able to pull this in because you're going to start pulling more kids from Delano, from Tehachapi. If Fraser Mountain has a kid that comes up, you got Taft kids on there. So congratulations, you guys been able to pull this off and be able to get a lot of almost all of the great seniors in town and throughout the county, because the county does really need to be represented as a whole. So congratulations, you guys putting this on.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
That is impressive. Most of the best players in town, certainly. So it's the cream of the crop, CenCal All-Star game for
Does that
Kern
say
County.
horn on the back?
No.
We might have to.
It does have a 6 because
We'll
you
have
act
to
like
get
you're
you one.
6 years old most of the time, though.
Who
There you
cares?
go.
We could throw that on
Age
there
is
for
only
you.
a number, my friend.
Chris is gonna have
That's
a
a
if I do that.
that's a medium. I'm not putting that on.
I've been seeing you slimming up.
They
Yeah,
have.
if I like it.
Yeah.
I respect it. Okay.
I'm
All
trying.
right. Dom and Benny, thanks for being here, guys, and
Thank
good luck
you.
Saturday
Thank you for
night,
having
and
us.
hopefully you guys put on a good show. BVarsity Live wrapping up right after this.